Hey everyone, it's me again, Kiana, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title of this video, we are going to be doing the review for the Bromance book club by Lisa K. Adams. I read this last month in January. I will leave my January wrap up on the eye, but this is going to be my more in-depth what did I think about this review. So as you can see, I tabbed this up. So before we go into how I do my review and everything, let's talk about what the tabbies are. So I always write a little sticky note right here and I label them. So pink is for favorite romance scenes, yellow is parts that made me laugh, red is parts that made me angry, orange are funny moments that like I know what happened, blue is sad moments, dark purple is plot twist, green is important details that relate to the story, and then light purple is relatable moments. So you can see I use mostly red, blue, pink, orange, green, and light purple. I don't think I used dark purple. I think that's the only one I didn't use. So yes, I tabbed this up. Absolutely love this. So this is the Bromance book club, and let's just read on the back before we dive into the review. It says the first rule of book club: you don't talk about book club. Nashville legend second baseman Gavin Scott's marriage is in major league trouble. He recently discovered a humiliating secret. His wife Thea has always faked the big O. When he loses his cool at the revelation, it's the final straw in their already strained relationship. Thea asks for a divorce, and Gavin realizes he left his pride and fear get the better of him. Welcome to the Bromance book club. Distraught and desperate, Gavin finds help from an unlikely source, a secret romance book club made up of Nashville's top alpha men. With the help of their current read, a Stevie Regency novel titled Courting the Accountants, the guys coach Gavin on saving his marriage, but it'll take a lot more than flowery words and grand gestures for this helpless Romeo to find his inner hero and win back the trust of his wife. So I love this book, so don't be shocked when I say I rated this a 4 out of 5 stars. And you're probably thinking, well, if you love the book, why did you rate it 4 out of 5 stars? I will explain that later on. It has to do, the book is amazing. I really thought it was amazing. I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. My favorite character was Gavin and his friends, but especially Mac, and I believe his name is Dev or Dez. Yeah, those three were my favorite, and my least favorite characters were Thea, who is Gavin's wife, and Liv, who is Gavin's sister-in-law. The reason I really hated Gavin's wife was Gavin realized, like, yes, he realized late that, you know, he messed up, he should have done better, you know, not just let his pride get in his way, that, you know, his wife faked everything in their sex life. But when he realized how bad he messed up, he wanted so bad to try and fix it. He didn't want to be like that stereotype of the baseball men who don't, you know, stay with their wives when they hit it big. And she just cut him down. She was like, no, what's the point? You left. Why wouldn't you leave again? Which is understandable. And she just shut him down. Every single time he tried to do something, she just wouldn't respond. And she just annoyed me. And I get it with the stuff that happened to her. It's understandable. And then her sister Liv annoyed me because, you know, Liv's the younger sister, Thea's the older sister. So Liv really didn't want to see her older sister go through that, but she just kept putting her nose where it didn't freaking belong. I thought, you know, it was adorable that Liv was there to help her sister and to help her 2 nieces go through this time, but I thought Liv should have just minded her business and let those 2 work everything out and just be like, I will be in your corner when you're right. And she specifically, Liv, pissed me off when Thea and Gavin started getting back to like almost like, okay, yeah, we're together. How angry she got. Like, if my sister and my brother-in-law were ever going to divorce and then they started working to get back together, I would be happy. I'm like, oh my god, yes, like I love you guys together. Like, yeah, you guys got your issues, but I would be happy for them. I wouldn't be like Liv and be like, what are you doing? Like, one part that I marked was when Gavin had looked at the calendar because they had made a pact and was like, okay, this has till Christmas. And she had said, I wouldn't plan too far out, Gavin. Your calendar ends at Christmas. And it's just like, you have no faith that they would get back together. Like, you want your sister to be divorced. You want her to be angry. And you want your nieces to grow up, like, not with their parents together. She pissed me off. So I wrote everything down. So let's talk about what I liked. I loved how close the group of guys were with Gavin. So the group of guys is made up of other baseball players, chefs, and basically like those in the limelight of Nashville. They're all in this book club. I love how close they are and how they got Gavin to open up about his issues. And we're like, okay, we have those two. This is what we did. Maybe that won't work for you, but let's try different like ways to do it. And they genuinely wanted to help because, you know, you do have some of those friends that is just like, damn, you messed up. Too bad. Like, okay, next chick, you know to do better. Not these guys. These guys are like, you want to save your marriage? Bet, we got you. Call me any day or anytime, day or night. I'm there to help you. And I really love, like, that's to me the true meaning of friendship. Like I said earlier, I loved how Gavin realized when he messed up, he was like, oh shit, like I need to get my family back together. Like she's gonna divorce me. She's already like renovating the house without me. She's already gonna go back to school without me. Like I want to be there every step of the way. And I think he realized more with his daughters because he has these two little girls. They're like 3-4 years old. They're twins. And the oldest one is noticing what's going on. She would go to her mom's bed in the middle of the night when she would hear her mom crying, and she would like do that. And when her dad started coming back, she was just like very angry at him because her mom was angry at him. And I think he realized there, he's like, oh my God, my daughters know, like I need to not be like this. So I really love that. And then back with the group, they literally said the first like meeting that they introduced Gavin to, you need to put your toxic masculinity to the side because we're opening up about everything. You want us to help you save your marriage, you need to put your toxicity to the side and you need to tell us what's going on, why she truly left you, and all of that. One part that made me laugh so fucking much was when Gavin went on a date with Thea to try, like they were agreed to do like a date every other day, and the guys followed him. Mac and the Russian guy, like that's literally what they called him, was the Russian guy. They followed him on the date to make sure he didn't mess up, that he didn't do anything wrong, that he didn't overstep his boundaries. And I thought that that was freaking hilarious. Like it made me laugh. I tabbed up that part so much. Like I said, with what I didn't like how quick Thea was ready to give up. It was like she was ready for this marriage to be over. She deemed it as over. And I think the reason she deemed it as over was she got pregnant so quick and they had to have like a shotgun wedding. I think that's why she wanted it over. I hated how Liv acted. Like she annoyed me. The second book that I plan on reading this month is a love story with Liv, and I really don't know how I'm gonna react to that. I get that what she went through as a child with her parents screaming at each other, her father constantly cheating on her mom being a gold digger, like it affected them. But I would think what you've seen that as a child, you would want better for you and your sister. So when you would see that, you know, your sister's husband's actually trying instead of your dad who constantly left, like I thought that would have been better. And then I hated some of the baseball wives. Like the way that they acted, it felt like I was back in freaking high school. How they blamed Thea for the way that Gavin was acting when they were separated for that month. They blamed her for that. They hated the fact that they actually got back together. They were ready for Gavin to break up with her so they can get someone who would actually be like a wag, you know, the wives and girlfriends of like baseballs and shit, whatever it's called. It reminded me like I was back in high school. And I hated those chicks. So I was really happy when Thea put them in their place and told them, you know, you're not going to make fun of my husband. You're not going to make fun of the fact that, you know, we're trying and we're getting back together. I love that she put them in their place. And then what I wanted out of this book, I wanted Thea to put Liv in her place so bad. I love my sisters so much, and I feel like they would do this too. But if you're disrespecting my man, I would feel the need to stand up for him because, you know, he's not going to talk back to you because you're just his sister-in-law. But I feel like Thea should have stood up because that's her sister. Like, hey, like I get it, you're angry at him, but don't downplay him. I love the aspect of having the book in here, but I wanted to see more scenes of the book to see where Gavin drew his inspiration from. That's what I really wanted, and I hope we get more in the second book, which is Undercover Bromance. But yes, that is all for this book review right here. I feel like this is one of my longest book reviews ever, and I'm really happy, and I feel like I should do them more this way of what I like, what I didn't like, and what I wanted. But yeah, that's all for this video right here. I'll be leaving right here 2 videos I feel you guys should go check out. I try to post 2 to 3 times a week. Sometimes life gets in the way, sometimes work and school gets in the way, but we all try. And I will be seeing you guys hopefully very soon with another video. Bye guys.